Good afternoon, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. Thought I'd talk a little bit more about these 9 new facilities coming from the Federal Reserve, and today I would talk a little bit about the Main Street lending facility. Now, if you haven't seen my previous video, we were talking about the 9 new facilities that the Federal Reserve is going to be using to try and bridge the recession over with the flow of credit going to small businesses and to the people and to corporations, stuff like that. And of these 9 new lending facilities, the Main Street lending facility has 3 components to it. It has the new loan facility, the priority loan facility, and the expanded loan facility. And this is all being done through the Boston Federal Reserve. And included in that is a special purpose vehicle. So, if you're not familiar with special purpose vehicle, it's pretty much like its own entity. It's like it's separated from the Federal Reserve itself. And so the Federal Reserve lends money to the special purpose vehicle, who in turn buys loans from the small businesses and stuff like that. Not directly, like they buy it from banking institutions. So credit unions, traditional banks, stuff like that. When they lend money to these small businesses, they can in turn sell 95% of that loan to the special purpose vehicle, who in turn is borrowing money from the Federal Reserve. So the Federal Reserve is kind of, conducting business through these special purpose vehicles. And they're doing it in conjunction with the Treasury, who is putting up $75 billion through the Exchange Stabilization Fund. So it's the Federal Reserve and the Treasury working together through the special purpose vehicle to buy loans from banks who are lending it to small businesses. And these businesses, they're not necessarily that small, because in order to become eligible for one of these loans, they have to be at least, or they can't be any more than 15,000 employees. And they have to have been established established in good standing prior to March 23rd. So really, it's just pretty recently this company, these businesses need to be in good standing with less than 15,000 employees. So it's going to mid-sized and small businesses. These loans are anywhere from 500,000 up to $25 million. And that's for the new loan facility. The priority loan facility is very similar. I mean, all these within the Main Street lending facility, all of them are pretty much similar to each other with just a little bit of differences to it. The priority loan facility takes precedent over all the rest of the loans that the business may have. So outside of mortgages, mortgages are the only other thing that, these priority loan facility would not take a senior position over. And then there's the expanded loan facility, which takes the amount that the special purpose vehicle can buy from a bank from the 500,000 to 25 million. It kicks it up from 10 million to 200 million. So the expanded loan facility and the priority loan facility and the new loan facility, these 3 components make up the Main Street lending facility. Like I said, it's all being done through the Boston Fed, through these special purpose vehicles. Now, the one thing that I didn't quite get out of all this is that when I went through reading of the frequently asked questions in the Federal Reserve website, was how long these loans are going to be durations for. Like, how long are the maturities on these things? Do they need to pay them back in a year, 5 years, 10 years? It didn't really get too specific on that, so I'm assuming that it must be on a case-by-case scenario. Now, however, the special purpose vehicle will only lend or purchase or lend out, I guess the Federal Reserve will only buy or lend money to the special purpose vehicles up to $600 billion. So once they've achieved that $600 billion, that's it. That's as much as they're going to go. And then the whole program ends September 30th, 2020. So that's pretty much the idea of what's happening with the Main Street lending facility. And that should take place here. I think they're going to start issuing out these special purpose, or these Main Street lending facility through the special purpose vehicle in about 2 weeks. So it's not a program that's actually started yet, but will start fairly soon. And I think that's pretty much like the gist of the Main Street lending facility. I'll leave links down in the description for the Boston, or for the Federal Reserve website, with links to the Main Street lending facility and the frequently asked questions. If you happen to take the time to go read through all that and you find something interesting in there, please leave a comment down in there in the comments section. And Uneducated Economist, you guys let me know.